Welcome, everybody, to a new CBSI Hot 10 comic book list for the week of February 21st, 2020. I'm here with two good friends, Deno and Mike Morello. What's going on, gents?
How's it going?
Another wonderful night.
Living the dream, baby.
Living the dream. Yeah. So we got Deno back there concussed.
Yeah, don't worry about this.
He might forget his name, but he knows how to run the boards.
Yeah, that's all that matters, man. Okay, I made sure the comic knowledge is in the very back of the brain.
Yeah, remember the comics. Yeah.
But we want to thank you guys for joining us. We are going to go through the list here in a couple seconds, but first we want to talk about the special Wolverine #1 from IG Comics Store and CBSI. It's limited to just 400 hand-selected copies. Raw and CGC options are available, so make sure you guys check that out. And
I always want to post this too. So everybody, make sure they subscribe to the channel. Make sure you always hit that subscribe button to see our latest videos, get the alerts, all that good stuff. So
hell yeah. So, and make sure you guys check out comicbookinvest.com, of course, where you will find this wonderful list and that wonderful, actually, IG Comics Store for that Wolverine #1 special black and white. They've got Virgin and a set available, ink and on pencil, sketch cover by Scott Williams. So,
and Comic Book Invest, I'm sure, has a link on the page too.
Yeah, so make sure you guys go check that out. So, on our way, let's do this. So this week is, of course, we start with our wonderful Golden Age book, Chamber of Chills. This is one of everybody's favorites. This is kind of crazy, though. I mean, Ben is always keying on these Golden Age, and he's hitting us over the head saying, come on, guys. You need to start doing a little bit better at looking for these books and making some money off of them, because this week, a 0.5 sold for an incredible $1,963, and a 1.
Never get one.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. This is a big boy book too.
So I'll tell you a little story, because one of the guys from CBSI hit me up about this. He texted me. He goes, he bought a 2.5 for like $1,500, like a year or two ago or something. I was like, dude, I mean, it's going to go up, man. I mean,
yeah, super iconic cover.
And it was Legs, I think. I think that's one of the books I sold through Leg. It was Legs book, maybe.
Yeah. Big shout out to Sean. Let's get on with the next one then. Let's see what we got here. Wonderful art germ cover. I mean, what a great cover. Look at that cover. I mean, she wears it well.
Maybe my next set of cover tunes will be on the fronts rather than the backs of
yes.
The ladies.
I do want to give a big shout out to Mike for his latest cover tunes. What was the name of that article, Mike?
I actually changed the name all 3 times, but it was, if you looked on IG, it was just butts, literally just butts. I wasn't going to try to it just was what it was. There was a, but of course, but wait, there's more. And I forget what the third one was now, but I was just punning off of butts. But I mean, it's one of those, like, it was one of those sort of silent things that people don't say they love, but those books sell like crazy.
Yes,
and I'm like,
they do.
I'm an idiot not to feature them. So I finally just bit the bullet, and I said, you know what? I might offend a person or two, and if those people are offended, there's a problem with them. There's nothing wrong with admiring a nice butt from time to time. So
I mean, Frank Cho's made a career off of it. So
seriously, yes, yeah, absolutely. And he's featured multiple times with his butt covers on cover tunes. So
make sure you guys go check that out at comicbookinvest.com. Mike writes articles for comicbookinvest.com, and of course Toy Informer. How's everything going over at Toy Informer?
Great. Dropping Mike's closets. This week's is a little weird. The one that dropped yesterday is on my homemade lightsaber hilts. which is a little bit of a departure for me on there. And then I'm still doing the Star Wars Wave vintage articles. We are through Power of the Force now, and the one that will drop tomorrow is on pack-in figures, which will be the 1977 one. So the Dianoga, the Droid Factory built R2-D2, the other droids that you can build out of the Droid Factory, and the Blue Snaggletooth from the Sears Cantina pack.
Yeah, super tough figures. Especially that blue snaggletooth, right?
It is ridiculous. And now I don't think you can touch a loose one for less than $250.
Yeah,
it's in shape. And if they're bagged, $400 or $500. If they're in the white box with the Greedo bagged, they're over $1,000 now. It's crazy.
Yeah. So make sure you guys check toyinformer.com. Mike. Yeah. Mike and the guys over there are doing a really good job. So back to the list. Salem's Daughter, of course, is the second honorable mention. Salem Daughter's number one, The Haunting. Just an amazing art germ cover. And what Ben basically says to this is not only was a $50 sale this week for an excellent art germ cover a surprise, but also the fact that there are no other copies listed for sale at the moment. So this could be a tough book to find if you guys see it in the wild. And
Zenoscope usually gets overlooked. So I mean, I'm not saying like this week, next week, but I bet you in a couple months you can find those in $1. I would say like $esque bins. You always see a lot of good Zenoscope stuff, like Campbell stuff, because everybody just looks over Zenoscope and never looks at anything. So
yes, yeah, but that is definitely a great cover.
Yep.
All right. Let's get into the actual list. Coming in at number 10 this week, a wonderful cover.
My personal favorite of the one of my
body bag.
I agree with both of those comments. One of my all-time favorite comments from any movie, and this is a great cover. It kind of takes you back to the late '80s and early and mid '80s, and God, what a wonderful time that was. And this is the 8-bit 1 in 10 variant of Cobra Kai. The Karate Kid saga continues. That is a cool cover. It says "sweep the leg" on the bottom, and it is it's selling at 2 times ratio, close to about $20, $17 to $20. But there's not very many of them out there. So
I didn't see any on Wednesday.
I didn't see them either.
I went to 5 shops, so I didn't see a single copy.
I do want to point out that the video game was the most hardest video game on the planet for regular Nintendo ever. So.
Yeah, there's a couple good YouTube videos on that video game.
Angry Video Game Nerd has a great one.
So. Yes. So, all right, on to number 9. This week is an Ashcan. This is interesting. So, of course, another option book, rumors, spec type thing. This is Bang number 1 Ashcan, $15 to $20. What Ben is saying is both covers are doing about $10 each, or both basic covers are doing about $10 each. But I'm always leery of option news the week that a book is released, especially from a small publisher. The list of these failed options is much longer than this list. Yeah, that's true. Some of these books get stuck in option hell, and hopefully that won't happen with this. But I still love the title, Bang number 1 Ashcan.
Lull too. Like these are crazy FOMO books to me. Like I feel like wait a month when everyone's totally forgotten about this option or not, you'll find it for cover price, and then if it does get made, then you're sitting on something good. But I think buying these things right off the bat is I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but unless you can get your hands on a ton of them for cover price, and you want to hold them, you think you just really believe in the title for some reason, then fine. But when issues
FOMO is real.
It definitely is. And we're going to see that up higher on the list in just a second.
Yes. The next book is a great cover.
Yeah, another personal favorite.
Yeah, another great homage cover. This is a homage cover, obviously, to Do the Right Thing. This is Bitterroot number 6, the Chris Brunner 1 in 10 variant. And selling about 2 times ratio, around $20 with virtually none available at the moment. So
nobody ordered it on my local. Did anybody order at your store? Because no one ordered even Bitterroot at all.
I saw one copy of this. I saw one shop that had ordered enough to get one.
Wow.
I did not buy it. I should have, but I did not buy it.
Well, it's definitely a cool cover, and like Ben says, be looking for this one to maybe move up the list in the future because it is a cool cover. All right, number 7 this week. This is an interesting one. This is the Batman number 89, but people are wondering why number 7. What do you mean, Batman 89 at number 7? Well, this is the variant or the heir.
Variant? Question mark.
Yeah. So, anyways, the rumor is that it's cover A that had the heir is what I'm hearing. Most people are speculating only cover A, but there is a couple different versions of the heir. From what people are hearing is that there's some that show pictures where some only show black pages, and there's others where they're partially black, and it's just a bunch of different weird stuff. So the crazy thing is that there was a sale of $700 for this air variant.
Wow.
Unbelievable. If that is true and that really happened and there's no crazy shenanigans behind that, that is unbelievable. And
people have lost their damn minds.
Yeah. Whoever sold that for that much, I say good for you, good sir, because you just broke eBay.
Seriously. Jesus. Think of the key you could have bought for $700 instead.
I wonder if people are just, thinking that this can turn into maybe like another one of the death variants, with the
Karen Berger editorial in it.
Karen Berger editorial, that type of thing. But it's a printing variant that, I don't know. It's not like I know that you could say, the Karen Berger one was a printing variant too, but this is like a printing
mistake.
Mistake. It's weird. So anyways, I don't know. $700 though, good for you. Good for you, sir. Number 6. Number 6 is one that this is my favorite. Did you guys? I'm sorry. Did you guys want to say anything more about 7?
No.
Okay. Yeah, this one's crazy. So yeah. But number 6 is a really good one. Oh, sorry, Deno. There we go. Number 6 is a good one this week for me because I like this series. I liked it when Adam Hughes was doing the covers. I think it's very underrated covers for Rose and Thorn that Adam Hughes did. But this is a newer book, right? When did this come out? This is National Comics Rose and Thorn number 1. Is this recent? I don't know much about this book.
I'll look.
It is New 52 era, isn't it?
Yeah,
New 52 era.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. But what Ben says is
November of 2012.
There you go. Okay, so throughout this week, this one moved up to $25, but it settled back down to the $15, $20 range, which still isn't bad for a book that was $1 bin fodder a week ago. So there are rumors that this got option 2 for one of the channels out there. So if they do end up making a show for Rose and Thorn, man, some of those Adam Hughes covers in that run are going to be monsters. I see it like the whole Catwoman. Yeah, really underrated.
Definitely. Agreed. Especially if this is the storyline they choose to go with.
Yep. Very underrated covers, very underrated story, very underrated comic itself. So even if you guys can't find this one, maybe do yourself a favor and check out some of the Rose and Thorn issues. Good stuff. All right, on to number 5. This is an interesting one. This is one of those books that we talk about a lot on FlipSide, and that's video game variants, whether it be GameStop variants or books that come with video games. We actually have a couple of those on the list this week, but this is Borderlands Origins number 1 GameStop variant at number 5 spot this week. This is a book that Ben says went from barely sellable to a $50 book. You can make your own decisions, but 1 video game adaptation, 2 Eli Roth, 3 yada yada yada. So I don't know if it's rarity or what, but $50 book.
I don't know. It's Borderlands fans. Borderlands is a big IP when it comes in video game market. I mean, that's at my personal video game knowledge. That's what I would accustom it to. I mean. So.
Well, it's interesting, that's for sure. And the big GameStop variant, GameStop exclusive on the cover, It's another reason why this is pushing, I guess. So, all right, on to number 4. Now, this one, I love seeing this. This is one of those books that it just keeps going up and up and up, and we don't really hear any news about movies or what, but it keeps on rising. And that's Adam Legend of the Blue Marvel. This is number 1. And Ben is reporting sales of $200 range for raw issues. Wow.
I looked that up. It's true. 9/8 are like $600-$700 in some cases. I don't know if they're getting that. I don't know what the solds were, but that's what the listings are. That's amazing for this book.
Well, this you get it for $50 back in the day.
Even less than that.
Yeah,
even less than that. Yeah. This was a dollar bin book that usually you can't find in decent grade because they were dollar bin fodder for a long time. But this is the type of stuff I love. I love seeing books like this happen. This is, this kind of reminds me of the Batman 880 Joker cover. Regular covers, regular books that gain really high value, and $200 raw sales. If what Doc Joe says is true, and he has a stack of these, send one my way, sir.
Yeah, seriously. I've actually never seen one. Not just raw. I've seen graded copies, but I've never seen it just sitting in a bin someplace. I'd love to find one.
And big shout out to Peter. I love that comment. Peter Renner said, "No, it's because of Miss Marvel's massive rack on the cover." And man, I wouldn't be.
That is distracting.
Yes.
So distracting, they had to put it in the back.
Yeah.
And it still sticks out.
Jesus. So $200 raw, $600-$700 in 9/8. That's just unbelievable, and more amazing news for people that own stacks of these books. Sell them, man, sell them. All right, on to the next one now. This is another one that I know that we all at one point, in the past couple of years have picked up a couple of these, probably to sell them for probably what you paid for them. But now this book is getting crazy, and we're seeing $25 to $50 sales for this book. Raw? Is that raw for that? That's unbelievable. And news that the Red Hulk will appear in the Disney Plus She-Hulk series.
Really? I got a bunch of these, I think at least I got 1 or 2 of these.
That's what I'm saying, man. I think we all kind of probably have stashed this book away at some point or another.
This book pops up all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All that rare.
Yeah, and I'm a big Ed McGuinness fan, so I was reading this series when it was printing. So I love anything Ed McGuinness art. So I probably have a couple of these I might have to go find. But yeah, there's that more Disney She-Hulk stuff. I'm really interested to see what that series is going to look like, and hopefully they do good stuff with this, because I think She-Hulk is a very underrated character. All right. On to number 2 this week, Maximum Carnage, the video game variant. Now, this is a book that we've talked about on FlipSide also for a long time. This is the acclaimed video game variant. What a beautiful cover. Super hard to find in high grade. Maximum Carnage number 1, the video game acclaim variant.
Because that's technically the cover for the video game box from the Genesis game, right?
Exactly. And
the cartridge, I think, too.
Yeah, this came with a special set. I think it had a hardcover copy of something in it too. Just really tough to find. Really tough to find in high grade. And what Ben is saying on this one is it's been creeping up this year, where it started in the 175 range for average grade copies. Very fine copies are now exceeding 350. Wow.
This is on the strategy guide too. So that there's a little game knowledge for you. And so if you see strategy guides, it might be worth flipping to old strategy guides for this game.
Yeah. So
when I looked this up earlier today, there were 4 copies listed. There was one with bids, and the rest of them were all up in this range, like he's talking about 300, 350. So it's crazy.
Well, all right, guys. So let's give another quick shout out to IG Comics Store and comicbookinvest.com. If you guys get a chance, check out this Wolverine #1. This is the ink and pencil sketch cover by Scott Williams. Beautiful, beautiful art on that one. I love black and white covers. They're badass.
Have you guys read this? Have you guys read the issue yet?
No, I haven't, but I heard it's pretty good.
It is. I read it last night. First of all, it's really long. It's like a triple issue, and I was impressed. I liked it. I'm fascinated by where it'll go. And with all the covers that are out there, this is probably one of the rarest ones. Of course, I think there's a 1 in 300 Ross, just selling for like $70-$80. But this is a cool version.
Is the Inhook Lee variant part of this run too? The one that was number 1 on the list last week. So for those of you guys that maybe didn't check out the list last week.
I'm sorry. No, that's not. That's Marvel Tales, I think.
Okay, sorry. Marvel Tales. Thank
that's
you.
Reprint.
I think Del Otto did a cover on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
He did, but That's a Lotto. That's a Lotto is actually a reused cover from a Panini Wolverine cover from I don't know what year, maybe 10 or 15 years ago. Okay. There were a few of those. I think there were 3 or 4 Delatos used on Panini French and Panini Germans. And that was one of the Panini Frenches, the one with him in the water with the claws up like this. Yep. So it's reused art for anyone so watch yourself on that one. Or go buy the real Panini, which is a really cool cover. Although good luck getting it in good shape.
Of course, it's also a foreign variant. And we want to give a big shout out to our brothers that are over there at Comic Book Safari, did I say that right? Jesus Christ. Comic Book Safari, Jon Z and Matt Roybal. If you guys.
There we go.
Look at that. Comic Book Safari. Oh, there we go. Global Comic Safari. Jesus. Hey. I'm terrible.
We're not on that one. We're not on that one.
Make sure you guys check out Global Comic Safari, man. They are doing some amazing stuff. And a lot of people are talking about this show and the cool stuff that they are talking about. I think foreign variants are taking over. They're the real hot topic right now in comics. So make sure you guys check out Global Comic Safari with our very own Jon Z and Matthew Roybal. They're doing a good job over there. So, all right, on to the #1 issue for this week, the last issue in the list.
We'll get it somewhere right there.
Shocker.
Shocker. We all knew this was coming. Of course, Batman #89, the book that people were pre-selling. I think I saw like $90, $70 pre-sale.
It's important.
Yeah. And I think that there was like the cameo was this, or this, sorry.
Yeah, it's her mouth. It's literally from the bottom of her nose to like the top of her chin. That's all it is. With her on the phone, so it obscures half the face anyway.
Yeah, and isn't she supposed to show up in the Hellblazer? There's some other book she's supposed to show up her first full appearance.
You're the villain. You're the villain. Hell Arisen #3.
Yeah,
next week.
Hell Arisen #3. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Hellblazer. Hell Arisen #3. So make sure spend your money on that one rather than this one, I would say.
I agree. I totally agree.
This one, Ben says, is $30 plus for the A cover, and the B cover is getting about the same. It's a beautiful Tony Daniel cover. I really like it, but this is another one of those crazy spec things that happen about once a year where people go crazy for a book like this. I think last year it was the Batman and Catwoman wedding issue, and this year it's cameo appearance of Punchline. So, Batman #1 or Batman #89 as the #1 book this week. What do you guys think about this character?
Man, I don't know. I don't know about the character, but I will say, to go with your last point, that I think that you sell your bulk out, see what you get for Hell Arisen, keep the same amount of these as you buy Hell Arisen next week, sell them in sets. Then you don't have to worry about the damn argument about which is the right one, which is the wrong one. Just sell them together, get them out. That's the way I would deal with this book. Is if people are going to go this crazy over a mouth, then who knows what the set will go for. But I mean, the idea's been done. You can't catch lightning in a bottle twice. It's not going to be Harley because it's not Harley. Harley was Harley.
Exactly.
It's done.
Yep. This is more silly comic book shenanigans. I don't know what to think about this, but with news that Dan Didiot is stepping down or walking away as publisher, as the CEO or what is it, chief
co-publisher or whatever,
co-publisher, whatever he's doing, But I was never a really big fan of Dan DiDio, but we'll see what he's got going on.
It's wow.
Or what we have, who's replacing him, and I don't know. Anyways, that's been the Hot 10 list, CBSI Hot 10 comic list for February 21st, 2020. We appreciate you guys joining us, and make sure to check out Mike over at toyinformer.com and, of course, comicbookinvest.com. Check out his articles over there, and you'll be seeing him more and more on the on this channel. So, Mike, thank you for joining us, and, of course, you can catch me and Deno on everything FlipSide. We will see you guys later.
Got it, guys.
Thanks, guys.